Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about something that made headlines yesterday, and that is my buddy James O'Keefe is on paid leave from Project Veritas. This is from the Intelligencer and Citizens Free Press carried it too, and they said that the New York Times. Imagine that. Someone from the New York Times um, putting out news about O'Keefe and that he is on paid leave. So they left out an editorial there, but those two definitely are not friends. So right here, it says that the executive director, Daniel Strack, he sent an internal message to Project Veritas employees, and he said that O'Keefe would be taking a few weeks of well-deserved paid time off, I guess PTO, paid time off. So it says that the image of the message was shared by a source familiar with the organization's internal operations, and its authenticity was confirmed by a current employee. And then, the most important, when reached for comment on his personal cell phone, O'Keefe said nothing in response and did not respond to follow-up calls and text messages. Mr. demands the world answers to him and then insults people when they don't answer and says, well, if you don't have anything to say, it must be really bad, has nothing to say. Well, you know what? I'm not surprised because for 3.5 years now, O'Keefe and Project Veritas have had nothing to say, that they have been censoring from the world the one environmental truth that there is. Okay, they're about the truth, the one truth. Corruption, fraud, waste, and theft. They just added that in the other day. O'Keefe, thieves. We investigate thieves. Well, you know what? The entire fraudulent and environmental industry is fraudulent, and everybody. And a bunch of these people, oh, that's right. What do? Oh, they're nonprofits that rob the public of their donation dollars. Not to mention the fact that they keep the solutions the world needs from the world while out there, screaming we need solutions, and now they're going to implement tyranny. It's coming to your living 15-minute cities. If it isn't stopped, it is coming. You aren't going to be able to do anything because you got to save the planet. And it's ridiculous because they won't allow real solutions that would really actually take us to a sustainable world and eliminate the toxins and chemicals and pollutants that we put into our atmosphere. And as a side note, it will also take care of greenhouse gases. Okay, so this is what the world needs. And all of these environmental voices won't allow solutions. Okay? And who won't tell them that? Oh, that's right, Project Veritas. And what does O'Keefe and Project Veritas have to say in my endless requests? I've done videos about it to get them to, respond. James O'Keefe, hey man, just call me. I'll give you a statement. Right. Well, not when he can't. He has nothing in response. So Project Veritas is saying that, there's 65 plus employees that are dedicated to continuing the mission to expose corruption, dishonesty, waste, fraud, and other misconduct in both public and private institutions. And to their supporters, they hear you, they care about you, and they will never give up. Well, environmentally, they didn't just give up, they just refused to do. It's a whole different category. They didn't just give up. Go, oh my God, I don't know. We can't. How would we get to AOC when they're standing there with a microphone, in front of her? They gave up. They didn't give up because they just refused to do their job. Even though I can give them public and private institutions. I have fraud. I have misconduct. I have thievery. I have waste. I have dishonesty, corruption, everything. Name, face, government, Hollywood, okay? Every category they asked for. But Project Veritas, regardless of their fraudulent statement that they do not have an agenda, they have an agenda, okay? And it's basically O'Keefe's agenda. who he has a vendetta against. And O'Keefe has no, apparently, environmental concern, but that's irrelevant because he says he's a journalist. And journalists, when you put the truth, the story on a journalist's desk, it's their job to report it. They don't go, I have absolutely no respect for the one livable planet we know of. Okay, hey, no, hey, wow, if I expose that, then my buddies, my echo chamber, now they're going to be exposed too. Because, everybody that promotes Project Veritas is censoring this truth. Okay, so anyways, yeah, O'Keefe here, it says that Project Veritas is in a distracting time, and that the board is going to discuss the health of the organization. And while they have not come up with final solutions, they've made a few immediate decisions, and they reinstated two executives, one of which was the chief financial officer. Now that's pretty interesting because when you come down here, it says there is chatter about $3 million in questionable expenses. So O'Keefe fired two executives, one of which was the chief financial officer. That this intelligence article says that multiple sources said that the two that were fired had been fired by O'Keefe, and the board has reinstated them. So one of which is the chief financial officer, the other was the chief strategy officer, Barry Hinckley. And it says here that Hinckley wrote a message to staff saying he had stood up to a bully and lost his job as a result. The letter included an 11-page list of testimonials from anonymous current employees describing O'Keefe, in the words of one, as a power-drunk tyrant. So, O'Keefe fired the chief financial officer when, I don't know, there's rumors of questionable expenses to the tune of $3 million. That's what Citizen Free Press said. So, O'Keefe, a power drunk tyrant. I don't know that is what is being said, is being put in front of the board. Now, I know what also is being put in front of the board. I contacted them tonight, and I said, here's some truth for you. I said, get this to the board. Okay, I hope for truth to prevail. Project Veritas board will do the right thing and get someone who leads Project Veritas to actually do the job. O'Keefe and Project Veritas fraudulently say O'Keefe and Project Veritas do. And I sent them a bunch of videos that I have put out about Project Veritas and their fraudulent statements. And I say expose the one environmental truth there is, or just don't fire. They can't trust a word he says, O'Keefe, but close Project Veritas fraudulent doors. So then I say get this to the board. And that was at 6:18. At 6:42, 44, I was like, I pointed out, look at that. When reached for comment, O'Keefe had nothing to say, just like, he's had nothing to say to me for years, for almost 4 years now. So, again, I tell them, do your job. And then at 7:42, I was like, I should tell them this too. So, again, I say, get this to the board. Now, this is Project Veritas tips, Project Veritas legal, info at action, and info at Project Veritas. Now, this man here, John Sullivan, I won't show you his email. I got an email from him accidentally one day, and it's very intimidating. I thought about doing a video about it. It was addressed to me, my email, and it didn't say like, hey, Tom at the top, but it said, hey, would you like to work with us on this? And, click here. And then when you click there, you needed a password, a username and password. And so I was like, hey, I don't have that password. But let me tell you, the bottom of that email, I'll probably do a video someday. The bottom was very intimidating. Like, if you go through an error and then delete it, like self-destruct it. And, if you show anybody the content of this, it could be in violation of federal law. I mean, it was very, very intimidating. Hey, and so, I said, get this to the board. And then I say, the newest lawsuit is getting close to being served to Project Veritas. And I say O'Keefe and Project Veritas have made endless fraudulent statements for years. They didn't get caught on a hidden camera and what they thought was a private conversation. They intentionally looked into the camera, put on camera, then published and promoted, many fraudulent statements. The lawyers let this go on. However, the lawyers apparently did make a change. They mandated Project Veritas stop fraudulently saying we expose everyone. They don't say that anymore. Problem is Project Veritas has knocked him clean about why they stopped saying this fraudulent statement. Bigger problem is that has left Project Veritas owners and donors under a fraudulent misrepresentation of what Project Veritas is. And I said, this is real. Let's finally resolve this, get Project Veritas to do its job, expose the entire environmental industry, or we can talk soon about this with a judge. So I am getting on that. I'm hoping in a month and a half, like it takes so much time. But that is the emails I sent to Project Veritas tonight. And then let's call Project Veritas.
Project Veritas, with the mission of investigating and exposing corruption, fraud, and waste in order to achieve a more ethical and transparent society. For tips, press 1. For the office of the president, press 2. For media, press 3. For production, press 4. For administration, press 5.
Okay,
for
so
donor relations, press 6.
We're going to press 5 for administration.
The party you are trying to reach is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Press the pound key to end recording.
Hey, Project Veritas Administration. This is Eileen Connors, the environmental educator. I've left you messages before. This is part of my video tonight. We've all heard the news. And so I, of course, sent a few emails that I said, get this to your board. Your board needs to know other things that are going on at Project Veritas too, and get them this message. Do not censor this. Well, you can, right? Like you've been doing for almost 4 years now. But the last email I sent, I said, I'm preparing my lawsuit. We're getting closer to you getting served about all of Project Veritas's fraudulent statements, all of O'Keefe's fraudulent statements, you refusing to do your job. And they can learn about this then, if you want. And then maybe who's working the administration desk, they can have a meeting about your future too. So get this to your board. Make sure they get the 3 emails I sent tonight. And I expect to be hearing from Project Veritas when your board finishes their meeting on Friday, because we need to expose the entire fraudulent environmental industry that robs people blind, that lies to the world, that we are now being exposed to tyranny based on we don't have solutions, yet we do. Okay? And it's Project Veritas's job to expose frauds, corruption, and the whole gamut. I can take down the industry, public, private, celebrities, government, organizations, name people, and good change will happen. But only, that's right, what does O'Keefe say? Oh, that's right, they keep getting away with it because no one holds them accountable. So it's time that Project Veritas board learn about this, and Project Veritas board needs to step up to the plate and finally do the right thing. Or as I've told them in emails, then they just close your doors. Honestly, seriously. So I expect to get a phone call after this meeting this week, and I'll probably call you again tomorrow. So get this to your board, and I am not kidding. So that's that. And then you know what else? There's comments underneath here. Okay, Citizen Free Press. At 8:22, I put this comment out there right above RUPRECHT at 8:18. Here's Citizens Free Press board, comment board. Here's 8:18, RUPRECHT, and I am not here, taken out. Now I did that because I took the screenshot of it because they had already taken out my first comment. And then at 8:52, El Shal, right here, and then Yakko, okay, and then this me, 9:57:58, 9:01, okay, so 8:57, but here's 8:52, El Shal, and then here's the comment board, here's that Yakko, El Shal, and no me. I am not anywhere on this comment board, anywhere. It would have to go back this way. I'm not anywhere. As soon as I put in comments, Citizen Free Press, who's proud, they're the news. They're the people that give you the news, right? Yeah, just like everybody else. They deliver what the propaganda won't, right? They are so opposed to environmental news and truth about this man, they won't even let a comment in their comment section. Oh, who did that before? Oh, that's right. That was Rebel News. Yeah, I'm right here above her, and then I'm gone. Okay, that was one comment. There was another one here, where here I am. Now she comments everywhere, but this Kaylin Maher. Okay, well actually I was above those two, but then I wasn't. Rebel News will not even let you know that, yeah, they censor that Greta's a preventing solutions fraud. They were chasing Greta, asking her about the people at the conference. Well, how about she won't give no, because they won't give you any real environmental news. Okay, then who else did I contact tonight? Oh, I know. Let me see here. That'd be Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. Let me see. So I contacted Bobby on January 8th. I started texting Children's Health Defense. I saw a number on their website. That must be new. I'm not sure, but I'm like, Bob, hey, let's get on the environment. It would be great, and decades too late. And on the 10th, oh, hey, we're forwarding this to his assistant. Your texts and calls. Okay. And now Cheryl has never told me that because now this is not plausible deniability. What? Huh? I never heard of it. Okay. So Cheryl, of course, has never responded again, but I text every day. And today I said, get this to Bobby. I said, maybe with Project Veritas board taking action, Project Veritas might soon do its job and expose all environmental frauds. You can be sure I'm already working on it. So Bobby, how about being a Kennedy and doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, or help me take PV to court so to get PV to expose you. And I'm available to get to work immediately. So I hit up Bobby tonight too, but Bobby pales in comparison to the big news of the day, which is this man right here, and unpaid leave. And, oh, that's right. What does O'Keefe do? Oh, that's right. As I told Project Veritas tonight, that's right. He has nothing in response to say, like I've been telling you people for years now. So we will see what happens at the excitement that is going on at Project Veritas. Stay tuned, people.